Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's pretty dope, man.
Do you want to start out with that, like, I mean, you don't go into the beat immediately at that in the recording.
Yeah.
Should we do something before actually going into the beat? Like, just...
I mean, it's up to y'all, like, whatever artistically, but that's another option. What the jobs in the business ain't been faring so well, unless you count the percentage from the heroin sales. I mean, business is booming like Antonio Brown.
Westworld really did get to you.
It did. I'm telling you, for like a solid week, I was sitting there like,
Am I real?
But you know what? Like, musically, they recently like created something that like can mimic, like your, like basically mirror your voice, and like have a conversation in your whole voice. So like that can move on to
Dangerous.
music and all that kind of stuff. But they never could take away music. I was just thinking about all the different how I write my music and like life experiences and all that kind of stuff. Like maybe like you can come up with like dance songs and stuff like that. Like, but they're never gonna be able to like
wow.
take away that.
Or
But they can
replicate
mimic the
emotion.
voice. They can come up with lyrics based on other songs that have been hit records and stuff. It's crazy.
But like, what you also got to think about is like, if it gets to a point where robots are making, or AI is making music for the enjoyment of AI, then like it'll probably be music that literally is just for the enjoyment of AI. Like music that AI or like only things that have like AI implemented in them would like enjoy. Does that make sense?
That'd be crazy.
Like robots writing
I
music
understand what you're
for
saying.
other robots?
Right.
Yeah, like once they develop consciousness and they can have pleasure. It's gonna be different than human pleasure.
Like there could be so many jokes that robots tell each other now about like literally just in like code. You know what I'm saying?
Because their
Yeah.
mind works.
Like, yeah,
That
like
we
if
don't understand.
what?
That we don't understand.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. Well, you saw that one. There was one AI that was developed, and they started speaking in a language that wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to like check it. It was like a language that the coders couldn't understand. It was a language that only they could understand.
They invented their own language?
Yeah, because it was like shorthand, and they were like, why would we have like, they understand like, why would we have to have like
Right.
this file or whatever? Like, so it was like nobody could understand it but them. So they had to like,
Pull the plug on.
yeah.
All right, cool. So, welcome to PM Mirror Presents. This is the fourth one we've done. Tonight we are featuring Sam Stucky and FRH, both Pittsburgh natives. So if this is your first time kind of tuning in to one of these things, you are watching this through a 360 camera. You are watching this through real life. And you can kind of move your phone around or just swipe your thumb around if you want to see if it's more comfortable to kind of have your phone down here. You can just swipe around or move around.
I started songwriting in like 10th grade when I had this German exchange student who lived with me, and he played guitar. So we wrote our first song. It's probably somewhere in this book. It's called I Miss You. And it's just like this stupid love song, high school love song. I have like two types of music that I write. Either just like fun, like upbeat punk pop stuff inspired by the Front Bottoms, which is one of my favorite bands, or more like social issues. And so when I took a trip to Palestine in college, that was something that like inspired me. A lot of the issues that are going on there with the conflict between Israeli and Palestine people there. One of the songs that I'm playing tonight is about that. Because there was a point in my life where I was writing all these, like when I first started, they were just love songs, but then I wanted to actually write music that felt like it had more of a purpose. To grow up believing in the words of a man who says, I need you to stay in your place now. Oh, I need you to stay. All the records that I buy are like, I only buy a record if it's like an album that like really has inspired me. It's one of my favorites. Alright, here we go. Like back to middle school, high school, Death Cab. Super emotional music. There's another one, Head in the Heart. That reminds me of college. And then Bright Eyes. Definitely a cool songwriter. These are all like albums that have affected my life or like remind me of a specific time in my life. So that's why I collect records. Oh, don't let it take over you, like the man standing guard by the gate. I've been trying to have a goal of writing like every day, like always trying to be like mindful of playing or practicing or performing at least a little bit every day. One of the biggest things when I was going to school was being having a million other things going on, and now I'm trying to focus on just doing music while working just a part-time job so that I can strictly focus on music. I've been definitely more prolific while I've been just working part-time and doing music. So I'd say I have like a new song every couple weeks. So I'm working currently on an album called Movement, and it's going to be out hopefully in May or June, and it's going to be a full band version of a lot of the songs that you'll hear tonight. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy what you hear tonight. Feel free to like and share whatever you hear. That would mean a lot, and I appreciate everyone listening to local music. All three of us artists are we're trying to play out and we're trying to get as much attention as we can. So just like, yeah, if it's only like one show or two shows or a week or a month that you can go to or watch, local music like really needs your help, and we appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the set. Throwing bombs of flowers, would you be throwing bombs of flowers?
Tell them to play, oh, and you shut them off when your headphones play me. 'Cause we're not on the same wavelength. If I'm an X-ray or a crest in the sea. But that doesn't mean that I can't keep on trying to get you, to fix you and me. I die every time on your Facebook timeline. It takes longer to get back to me. I search for a picture that'll give me a reason. Oh, those pictures are like a one-year story. But you only read mainly fiction and scripture, and there's no room for these fantasies. And the light that you need when you sit down to read comes from elsewhere, a place that I'll never be. 'Cause we're not on the same wavelength. If I'm an X-ray or a crest in the sea. But that doesn't mean that I can't keep on trying to get you, to fix you and me. Oh, maybe I can be the slippers on your feet, or the apple that keeps you so healthy. I'm content to be, oh, a flower by the tree, just so long as you notice me daily. But from what I'm sensing, it seems like you're sensing something different entirely. And it don't make no sense how'd it end up like this. I'm a killer, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, so that song was more of a apology for an old girlfriend. Hopefully she's not watching, right? This is all over the interwebs. But this next one is called Driving, and it's about driving in my car, specifically with my girlfriend, because we do a lot of traveling back and forth. We don't live in the same place. Um, but driving sucks, but there are benefits to both. And it's also about indecision. Yeah, this one's called Driving. Sick and tired of rain and driving in your car. All the world's a stage, but we don't know where we are. Oh, 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 I should have known. I love the sound of rain falling on the hood. I wanna crack a window 'cause the water feels so good. Oh, 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 I should have known. The weather keeps on changing, but I don't mind. My indecision kills you all the time. Nothing's perfect, but everything's fine. I used to fall, but I changed my mind. I hope the sun is shining and all is good. I hope you find what you thought you would. 'Cause we're only human, and we're always changing. Oh, 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 and we should know. 'Cause when the sun shines, we get burned. We miss the cold, we thought we would not know that there's some kind of peace. But I know I'll never reach it. Oh, I should have known. The weather keeps on changing, but I don't mind. My indecision kills you all the time. Nothing's perfect, but everything's fine. I used to fall, but I changed my mind. Oh, 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 oh. The weather keeps on changing, but I don't mind. Oh, my indecision kills you all the time. And nothing's perfect, but everything's fine. I used to fall, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I always change my mind. Thank you. All right, this is a new one. So, those two songs were off the upcoming album that is going to be called Movement. Once again, this next one though is a new one I just wrote last week, and I tried it out at the Pittsburgh Songwriters Round Table. If anyone is out there and is a songwriter, you should check it out. They do the last Sunday of every month, just coming together and critiquing each other's songs. And so I brought this one to that on Sunday, and got some constructive criticism about it, and so I've kind of updated it since then. But I've not tried to play it live other than that, so this will be a like the first time that
Testing.
testing. That's the word. And the song, I was realizing when I was putting my set together that I think my favorite key to write in is A. 3 out of 6 of these songs are going to be in A, but that is A-okay. And I'm going to dedicate this one to my girlfriend because it's about long-distance relationships, but not ours specifically. It's actually more like a Black Mirror episode, if anyone's seen that show. It's kind of like the dangers of technology. It's tentatively titled "Cell Phones Make Me Lonely." All right. She's about to dance alone on the floor. I'm writing words. Oh, I feel love in a different way. I cast it out, but still it's on the line. Oh, and she's still dancing out of control. Ignorant bliss, where have you gone? Whoa, 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 whoa. La da 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 da. Oh, my problems would seem smaller if I never knew. I curse the chance to feel more connected. Oh, I feel love in a different way. Oh, if no news is bad news, then it's bad 90% of the time. And I'm still hoping no one's joined the dance, and I'm living through the wires. Anything to make her smile happy. I whisper softly, I feel love in a different way, but it doesn't sound the same in her speaker. La da da da, oh, 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 I whisper softly, I feel love in a different way, but it doesn't sound the same through the speakers. Thank you. All right.
You got someone humming the hook over here, so that's probably a good sign
Oh,
for that one. That's probably some good.
In the video, I mentioned that I had two types of songs that I write. One are kind of silly love songs, or maybe not they're silly, but they may not be silly, but they're silly, but they're love songs. They're not like deep subject matter. But then I also have another group of songs that are more about like social issues or about struggles in my own life, insecurities and stuff. And these last three actually correspond to that category. This one in particular is entitled "Used to Feel So," and then blank, insert blank here. And it's kind of about just like always wanting what you don't have. Definitely has been a big thing for me in my life. Doing a lot of different things, from like doing music to I did a long distance backpacking trip. But like when I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of this, I want to move on to the next thing. But then afterwards I'm just like, why did I ever say that? I was living in paradise or whatever. And so now I'm trying to write music. I'm focusing on music, and that's supposed to be my favorite thing to do, my passion. And I'm thinking how nice maybe that it would be if I didn't have to worry about writing music and being creative. It's kind of, and putting myself out there and being vulnerable. So all of that condensed into 3 minutes. It's called "Used to Feel So." Anyone can do anything, that's nothing that is new in this world we're in. So why can't I impress myself with anything I do? If I win or if I lose, if I lose. This making music thing, it is my favorite thing to do, but I force myself to write. Whoa, and when I'm not here singing, it's all that I wanna do. Now I'm here, and that's not true. No, that's not true. I tell you I never reach, I'm looking back, and all the gold's in the thing that I lack. I cannot see the things I have. I used to feel so. Give me that. Give me something special, satisfaction in the now. I don't wanna disagree or take away the thought I could be doing something else and I'd finish. Oh, so easy, so easily. I tell you I never reach, I'm looking back, and all the gold's in the thing that I lack. I cannot see the things I have. I used to feel so. Give me that. I need the different. I want a sound that'll make me stick around. Oh, in the present without change. I need the same. The thing that I'm searching for is right in front of me. Let these eyes just see. Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And this next one definitely got a lot of caveats in that or sorry, not caveats, a lot of shout outs in that video that you saw. It's called Take No Pictures. I was playing it throughout that little intro video, and this is a song that I wrote about the conflict that's going on in Israel-Palestine. I spent a couple of weeks there in college and was kind of struck by the ongoing conflict and just how hard it is to find a solution between two groups of people that hate each other so much. And one of the things that struck me most when I was there, or that we were told the whole time we were there, was you can't take pictures of the wall which divides Israel and Palestine. Yeah.
Went to college in Israel and Palestine?
No, I did a couple weeks there. I went to college in Ohio and then did that little 2 weeks cross-cultural trip. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, you can't take pictures of the wall because, like, Israel is they don't want people to know. They don't want cameras around the wall because it's kind of like it's all like secret there. Like a lot of people don't understand what's going on, and that just really struck me. And so I wrote this song, and it's also it's called "Take No Pictures." So. Please take no pictures of me. unless you expect to not like what you see. I don't want nobody to be looking at me. I don't want someone knowing it's me. Oh, people live how you let 'em, but some only live by your own. That someone assigns, and I'll live by mine. That's the only way this world will work. To someone else, this is normal. To grow up believing in the words of a man who says, I need you to stay in your place now. Oh, I need you to stay in your place. But to me, that's far from normal. We were given our lives to enjoy them. If your vision is skewed from the path that you choose, don't let it become part of you. Oh, don't let it take over you. Like the man standing guard by the gate. If you pull up beside him, you'll probably have to wait. Roll down your window and get out of the car. I was told to never let you in here, although I don't know who you are. Oh, people live how you let 'em, but some only live by your own. Oh, that someone assigns, and I'll live by mine. That's the only way this world will work. That's the only way this world will work. Oh, what if it happened to you? Where would you go and what would you do? Imagine a world where it's not about you. Would you be throwing bombs or flowers? Would you be throwing bombs or flowers? Would you be throwing bombs or flowers? Oh, would you be throwing bombs or flowers?
That's so good, dude. Thanks. So good. Appreciate it.
All right, so this last one that I have is about this one time that I was driving in Pittsburgh and I saw a tow truck towing another tow truck, and shout out to AAA, my roommate who works there, and I thought, and it reminded me of a phenomena in my own life that is kind of all the people that have towed me through life, all the people that I looked up to. When I was in middle school, I looked up to my brothers and my summer camp counselors and other people that were older than me, maybe only in high school or at college. And then I was like, wow, they're in high school and they have everything figured out. Like, they are so cool and they know everything. And then I got to high school and I forgot about that, but I I met like people who were in college, and I was like, oh, they're the ones who have it figured out. They're so cool. And I just, I kept going on, and then I kept reaching those ages and realizing that I really don't have anything figured out, even now, when I'm the age of, or older than a lot of the people that I looked up to at one point or another. Basically, yeah, there are people that look up to you. I don't know if everyone knows that, and they think that you have everything figured out, but you don't always. That's what this is about. Once again, my name is Sam Stucky, and thanks so much for listening or tuning in or coming here in person. Hold on. Take two. The tow trucks are towing other tow trucks, and the doctor calls in sick. Mr. Policeman is trying to keep the peace, man, but he just can't help himself. Driver has lost his direction, and the suicide hotline phone says I could give you some much needed help. I just need some of my own. Oh, everyone that you think has got the answers, yeah, looking for answers too. Somebody is out there looking at you so.
Awesome. Awesome. Want to do one more clap for Sam Stucky? So, what's up?
I just bought my daughter an acoustic guitar for Christmas.
Okay.
She ain't played the thing one time. It cost me $1,800. So you do lessons.
I could teach her some basic things, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. She will play this guitar soon. Space over her head.
Well, I'd like to prevent that.
Give me a price.
I'll give you time. I'll talk to you after. Yeah.
No, let's work this out. Let's hash this out right now. That's what this is gonna become. It's like the next, it's just like a. Oh. But anyways, awesome job, Sam. We're gonna cut for a little bit. Don't go anywhere. If you are like hanging out with us for the night, like if you're gonna be in here chatting, hanging out for a little bit, feel free to share this to your page. Like invite more people in on it. We're gonna be hanging out. The Fly Revolutionary Hustler himself is gonna be up next. So we're gonna take a little bit, get reset up, and then we're gonna play a video to introduce him and start going again. So hang around.
Get it. There's material and there's position, and so ultimately the position is really more important than the material on the board. It's like in life, man. Like sometimes people don't. Like to me, like being up on materials, like materialism, like you can get all this money and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta pay attention to the position. That's like the ultimate key. I think I have an addiction to winning, and I also like being strategic and like learning the strategy of another person. One represents us being united, us being on the come up, and us never being afraid to be first. So that's all that's represented in that symbol. So that's really what it means to be a Fly Revolutionary Hustler. In line from the place that America fell, where the kids get suspended and prepared for the jail.
Starting you and me, and the first time that hook comes in, and bring the.
Okay, that'd be dope. All right. I don't know if any of y'all ever fell in love before, but if you have, this is something that y'all might be able to relate to. You make me feel good on a bad day. No more hits, lead them butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in the back gate. I wanna share my world and my gifts with you. Pearls I deliver you, with diamonds I'm your prince. Only girl that I'm singing to. The world I'm invincible to you. I'm just your boo thing. Thinking that I'm Batman, but you know my true name. Treat me like I'm Bruce Wayne, even when I'm broke. And this is why we close. I trust you. I trust you, girl. I trust you. I trust you, girl. I trust you. I trust you. So, FRH stands for Fly Revolutionary Hustler. As you can see on my shirt, my clothing. What that means to me is to have a presence that separates, that's one of a kind, that separates you from others, to fight for something that's bigger than you and your family, to fight for a community or a group of people, and to be a go-getter and get money. So you can't live in this society, especially in this country, and not know how to make a dollar, man. It actually came about through rapping. You know, I defined myself as that, and I was like, yo, I should name an album that one day. And then eventually I was like, man, I'm just gonna make that my rap name, man. So that's everything that we stand for. You know, me, my squad, everybody who's riding with us. We all Fly Revolutionary Hustlers, for sure. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in. My name is FRH. And before we start, I gotta do something real quick. Everybody, put the ones up in the air real quick. Even y'all watching, put the ones up in the air. All right, we throw these ones up because we united. We on the come up, and we ain't never scared to be first. All right, and that's what it means to be a fly revolutionary hustler. Let's get it. So, shout out to everybody from Pittsburgh and outside of Pittsburgh watching. I happen to be from the east side of Pittsburgh, where we are right now. And this song is an ode to where I'm from and what we represent. You know what I mean? So let's do it.
Yeah.
Feeling good, feeling groovy, feeling good, feeling groovy, feeling good, feeling groovy, feeling good, feeling groovy. I keep that dough on my mind. I want my whole clip to shine as I'm riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. I keep that dough on my mind. I want my whole clip to shine as I'm riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. East side, where I'm from, homie. East side, where I'm from, homie. East side, where I'm from, homie. East. Feeling good, feeling groovy. I just turned up little Brucey. I'm just riding in my hoopty. Got no dollars, but I'm Gucci as I reminisce on my memories. Brushing up on my history. When government was that quick to be used to ride around in them whips to see. Man, I'm the man. Swear to God, that's still my jam. Used to watch some niggas stunt. Made me come up with a plan. Intent to deliver. Chips getting bigger. Hard times real with the pick of the litter. Always gonna rise like sticks on the river. Late night vibe might dip through the ritters. I'm trying to get paid like I'm S money. Stack war bucks, you don't want to test, dummy. Let them nizzies know. Fuck around and get a boat. From the hustle, but I struggle. Had to switch and get it slow. Off to college with the luggage in the desktop. Had the campus in Atlanta singing F block. Who won it? We run it. We don't F around. East side of Pittsburgh. I gotta hold my section down. Don't want my mind. I want my whole clip to shine. As I'm riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. I keep that dough on my mind. Want my whole clip to shine. As I'm riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. I rep the East and I'm speaking on it. No love for cops cause they beating on us. I love the blocks when we eating on them, but duck them shots when they beefing on them. On Uncle down Lincoln Lawn, see Mama Rose and I'm eating all it. Down Frankstown and I'm beeping on you. At Galaxy and I'm drinking on it. Send me spot for that seafood. I'm up the street for my people. On one to drive in East Hills, might throw a beat when they reach you. Roll down the Ave when I feel the urge. Salvatore's in Wilkesburg. Best wings that I ever had. Just get hat and feel the urge. Hit upbeat for that auto. And a mixtape for my auto. And Point Breeze, driving down Thomas. That's the boulevard. Trying to find a chick that I met up at the reservoir. I be going extra hard. Frontin' like I never lost like Garfield Gators. I'm the East Side player. Politicking on the block like the East Side mayor. Keep that dough on my mind. Keep that dough on my mind. I'm just riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. I keep that dough on my mind. Want my whole clip to shine. As I'm riding through my city. Got a rep for my side. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. Where I'm from, homie. East side. Where I'm from. Hey. Shout out to all my East Side G's watching. Geo's in the building. Kev watching. Yeah, Garfield Gators. Everybody in here. Shout out to my brother Martell. Everybody, I love y'all. All right. Something special about it. We're going to get a little crowd interaction. Does anybody know what the Rust Belt is? The Rust Belt. Are you familiar with the term, the Rust Belt? Anybody?
Yeah, I mean, that's like steal money turned into rusty money. Steal money into rusty money, right?
Steal money into rusty money. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So the Rust Belt represents all these different places in the United States, like Pittsburgh, like Cleveland, like Detroit, that used to be booming steel towns, and then they went through the struggle. And even though like Pittsburgh has bounced back to a certain degree, it hasn't bounced back for everybody, especially around from certain people around the way. So this song is dedicated to them. You know what I'm saying? It's called Rust Belt. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga. Fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Pittsburgh, Rich. Hey. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga. Fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Buffalo, Flint. You can name the region. Tired of fucking with niggas, I gotta purge. Integrity is everything, gotta stick to my word. I'm driven to surge, While politic with dudes that's not willing to work. Proximity hurts when surrounded by majority of people that been broken and neglected by authority. From the place where the factories and mills closed, now we stuck in dilapidated kill zones. Navigate the Silk Road, you know the place where the weight, the base, the H and the pill sold. So how you elevate when people that you call friends been sight, view life from a flawed lens. False sense of security comes when surrounded by some niggas that been destined to plunge. Is success gonna come or is my destiny sealed? That's the question we ask, and the city is still. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Buffalo, Flint, you can name the region. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Gary, Cincinnati in the D, man. St. Louis, Chi-Town, name the region. Yeah. Speaking live from the place that America failed, where the kids get suspended and prepared for the jails, where the jobs and the business ain't been faring so well, unless you count the percentage from the heroin sales. I mean, business is booming like Antonio Brown on a Sunday till gunplay come slaughter you down, or the officers pound with the Glock in the house. My nigga made the news, he the talk of the town. Front page with a gaze that'll give you the chills, with the SWAT team behind him with the weapons and shields, with the emphasis deal. Could've gotten me killed if he was on the run, should've told me the deal. Another friendship that ended, the kinship it can't last. Another nigga lost to the force of the stand bags. Flashbacks to the bullshit that made me. I'm still around the way, motherfuckers think I'm crazy. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Buffalo, Flint, you can name the region. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Gary, Cincinnati in the D, man. St. Louis, Chi-Town, name the region. We ain't running but no patience for a standstill. Before they make the plan real, gotta drop the anvil. Gotta hustle cause there's nothing that they handed us. The government abandoned us, so fuck you to the candidates. One love to the diamonds in the cold towns. Trying to break through even though you broke down. Seeing folks drown, drinking through the misery. You hide up in jewelry, they dried up the industries. Seen many things, trying to go a lot of places. I'ma make a proclamation, I'm with with monster paper. Fuck a constellation, I don't need to be a star. I could be behind the scenes, I just wanna feed the cause. We the lost, I think it's time we got found. Gotta be a top hound to make it through these shot towns. Shot down, but all we know is bounce back. And just in case you doubt that, I think you should doubt that. I'm some niggas from the rise, from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Buffalo, Flint, you can name the region. Just some niggas on the rise from the Rust Belt. We gon' get it on our own, nigga, fuck hell. Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Cleveland. Buffalo, Flint, you can name the region. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Detroit, everywhere. Anybody who felt that, shout out to you. All right, this right here in the back, I just want to do this plug real quick. It's Fly Revolutionary Hustler, Volume 1. That's my first album. It's on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere that you stream music. So check that out. And you can follow me at FRH412. Well, let's get through it. We got this little... so my next project is called Relationship Goals, the best and the worst of times. And if anybody has been in what I call like a full relationship, you know how all those things go. You know what I'm saying? So this next joint is called Make Me Feel Good. And we're going to go for it. If you ever been in love, you're gonna feel this. Yeah. Can't lie to you, I feel tired of you. Ain't called love, but I wanted to. Can't vocalize when I close my eyes. You're posterized, I saw you, boo. You haunting me, but I need you. When it's time to go, I feel awkward leaving. Wanna stick around and tell all my secrets. Wanna walk with you and tell all the reasons. My heart is beating, my palms are squeezing. This love for you, I just can't cage. In the past, my heart been wounded. Your tender kiss is my band-aid. Friends with diamonds, that's man-made. But our connection is spiritual. Not religious, but thanksgiving, cause God delivered my miracle. Time to open our hearts now. Stoke it up and put guards down. Stop the bluff and put cars down. Let just fall where they may. Open up our fears and let love guide us where it may. When the darkness, you my day of light. You lighten up my day. Feel good on a bad day. No more it's leading butts on the ashtray. Had to hold me. No more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Make me feel good on a bad day. No more it's leading butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me. No more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Wanna share my world and my gifts with you. Pearls I deliver you. With diamonds I'm your prince. Only girl that I'm singing to. The world I'm invincible. To you I'm just your boo thing. Thinking that I'm Batman, but you know my true name. Treat me like I'm Bruce Wayne, even when I'm broke. And this is why I wanna keep you close. Hey, I trust you. I trust you, girl. I trust you. I trust you, girl. I trust you, I trust you, girl. I trust you, you make me feel good on a bad day. No more it's leading butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Feel good on a bad day. No more it's leading butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in the back cave. Let's not fall in love, but let's climb into it. I'm feeling something inside me brewing. My sister told me don't how to lose. So for once I won't try to ruin this thing we got. Take a shot, only way we know what we got. Feeling like a lucky guy when we hanging out, lovely vibes. Come alive, butterflies flood the sky. Honey pine, take your time, read the signs. Test the waters, come take that dive. If lifesavers can't save our pride, if we unify, me and you survive storm weathers and waves and tides. Face the odds, even when they stacked up against us. We gon' be alright, cause we got passion within us. I'll be in the trenches, fighting for our love. Cause you make me feel good, you make me feel good. On a bad day, no more it's leading butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Make me feel good on a bad day. No more it's leading butts in the ashtray. Had to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. That's for you. You. No, not you. You. Yeah, you. Thank you. Y'all like that? Was that cool? That was my first time debuting that. You know, it's never been heard by the masses. So, good stuff. What song we doing next? What y'all feeling like, man?
You want to do? We got we
Oh, we just did that.
Oh no, wait, yeah, you're right. Dance floor. We got dance floor. We got let me breathe. Then we got your spoken word.
Let's do dance floor since you on the guitar. Who likes to turn up a little bit? Y'all don't like to turn up? Yes or no? Oh yeah. Oh, they being real shy in here. I know y'all like to turn up at home. You know what I'm saying? I like to turn up. All right. Well, for everybody who's not in denial of turning up, this joint is for you. I just wanna dance, don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself in the middle of the dance floor. I'ma take a chance, grab her by the hand. Now the party lit, everybody on the dance floor. I just wanna dance, don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself in the middle of the dance floor. I'ma take a chance, grab her by the hand. Now the party lit, everybody on the dance floor. Rolling the spot, looking for talent. They gon' fly, open your eyes. Look who arrived. I'll be the livest, sipping on liquid no mix. Feeling like Michael and Prince, feeling like Diddy and Brinch. looking like Benjamin Mint, looking like dollars don't fold. So they be dialing my phone, screaming to God when they bone. Said she don't like giving dough. How you don't swallow, you grown? I think that it's time that I go. Too many options I know. Women be flying in groves. Top of the globe, top of the globe, top of the globe, top of the globe, top of the globe. Watch how I glow. Unstoppable nigga like Pac in his zone. Half of my niggas been locked and paroled, or ducking them cops and been piles with strolls. How you suppose? I should unload my stress and my woes. Hop on my toes, straight to my shoulders, letting it go. I just wanna dance. Don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself. Everybody on the dance floor. I'ma take a chance. Grab her by the hand. Now the party lit. Everybody on the dance floor. I just wanna dance. Don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself in the middle of the dance floor. I'ma take a chance. Grab her by the hand. Now the party lit. Everybody on the dance floor. Everybody on the dance floor. Hey, everybody on the dance floor. Hey, everybody on the dance floor. How can I stress when I'm too blessed? Can you keep up with my move step? Says she in love with my shoes fresh. What you trying to do next? Let's make a move for some food back. Then let's go straight to your duplex. Soon as you give me the cue, yes, I'ma go dive in your pool wet. Life of the party, that's to the lanes. Hyping it up when my record is playing. Life is too short to be stressing the same. Can't. Hyping it up, hyping it up, hyping it up, shit, hyping it up. Hyping it up, yeah, hyping it up when my record is playing. Life is too short to be stressing the same. Yeah, and I'm moving in the trap. I do my own thing and I rap it, it's a fact. I tell her dance and I tell her bring it back. You know how I go, I gotta get them big stacks. Cause I just wanna fucking dance on the dance floor. I just wanna dance on the dance floor. I just wanna dance. I said I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. Don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself in the middle of the dance floor. I'ma take a chance. Grab her by the hand. Now the party lit. Everybody on the dance floor. I just wanna dance. Don't nobody dance. I'm dancing by myself in the middle of the dance floor. I'ma take a chance. Grab her by the hand. Now the party lit. Everybody on the dance floor. Woo, woo. Let me breathe. Yeah. How was that? Y'all fuck with it? Okay.
Yeah.
Get my keyboard turned on here right quick.
My favorite part of that song is soon as she give me the cue, yes, I'm gonna go dive in the pool, wet, splash. This is like a little ad-lib. Splash.
Give me 1 second. I did a little.
Hey, we did a little bit talking about like the good times when you falling in love and all that. Sometimes when you fall out of love and you out here like playing the field, sometimes people be pressing you a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I just need to relax. So this is what this next song is. It's called Let Me Breathe. Another new joint that's gonna be on my next project. And we're gonna let my man on the keys get it right. Yeah. Man, I just woke up. You blowing my phone up. Thought that I told ya. Act like a grown up. Talking about your love. I don't even know ya. I need you to hold up. You breaking my focus. I ain't even brushed my teeth. Talking about what you need. Talking about what you want. Talking about what you see. Why you gotta scream? I don't wanna talk no way. You know it ain't your place. You know you ain't my lady. Let me breathe, let me breathe. I ain't talking, let me be. I've been on my drama things and you've been on drama queen. Let me breathe, let me breathe. I ain't talking, let me be. I've been on my karma things and you've been on drama queen. Let me breathe, chill out. 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 Sometimes people need to chill out, you know what I mean? And then sometimes you be at work and it be going down. Man, I just woke up. Boss put the phone up. Talking about quotas. Thought that I told her. She ain't gotta scold us. Treat us like grown-ups. If we suck, then demote us. You trust in the focus. Why you blowing me up? I just wanna live. I don't care about that bullshit you said I did. I'm just chilling in the crib. Why you yapping? I should be chilling, still relaxing. Why you over here up and on my mind? Why you getting on my nerves all the time? I'm just a nigga, man, you just let me shine. I'm just doing my thing, up on my grind. Breathe, let me breathe. Let me breathe, let me breathe, let me breathe. Yeah, let me breathe, let me breathe. I ain't talking, let me be. I've been on my drama things and I've been on drama queen. Let me breathe, let me breathe. I ain't talking, let me be. I've been on my comma things and you've been on drama queen. Let me breathe, chill out. 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 Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Oh, she said she liked it. Hold on, what's your name? Riley likes it. If Riley likes it, we going gold at least. You know, we might not make it platinum, you know what I'm saying? But we going gold. Good shit. Was that 5?
You got
Oh, shit. All right. I got one more for y'all, all right? I'm about to get down. Hold up. I gotta use the cheat code and use my phone on this one, which y'all you will understand shortly. So, sometimes you fall out of love. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world, you know what I'm saying? So this one is called Fall, and y'all may be able to relate to this. Only a fool falls in love. See, falls, they happen fast, and love is just too much to ask without taking some time to deeply deliberate. Whether that object of your thoughts, both planned and involuntary, is worth the risk because the love is to be vulnerable to pain, impossible to anticipate. See, mama, pops, aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandpops, both sides, plus friends of the family making up this thing we call a village, ain't raised no fool, so I never fell in love. And that doesn't make sense, because how can you fall into something that sits between the clouds and the sky and the sun that emits light that we need down to the earth from above? See, I came in this thing the right way, because love is built on trust, specifically the first letter. 218 million T's stacked up on each other, forming a ladder with her on the other side. We climb, slowly, steady, synchronized. A new high for the both of us. We took it all in as one, collectively, to the point where I received my blessing. Seeing her smile felt like ecstasy. I went from wrestling with emotions of fear and reluctance to bringing joy, adventure, and comfort. We reached love, bestowed in abundance. Our cups overrunneth, but yet there was thirst, of which I knew nothing. Perhaps the clouds obscured my view, or the rush of adrenaline from what was a bird's eye view made me forget. See, back at the bottom of that ladder, there was a sticker, a warning that stated the higher you climb, the harder the balance, more likely you die, regardless of why. All I know is this: she slipped away, and I could not stand alone. Fallen, broken, paralyzed, I screamed and moaned. Too much pride to call for help. I died, slowly in pain that I cannot describe. But I died no fool. See, I never fell into love, but boy, did I fall from it. That's my time, y'all. FRH 412. Love y'all. Thank you.
I got that dough on my mind.
Hey.
I hope you the shot. You gotta love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
one more round of applause for FRH. All right, and for you guys, don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a second, run a quick video introducing my set, and then I'm gonna play some songs for you. What's up, everybody? At this point, hopefully you've been enjoying the show so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed Sam Stucky's performance and also FRH's performance. And hopefully you've stuck around long enough to listen to mine now. So it's Monday, and I still don't have my set. I'm gonna make it as soon as I'm done making this video, and I've been thinking a lot about kind of what I wanted my set to be, because you know, I don't want to just like get up with these and be playing the same songs over and over again. Like, I don't want to be playing Wildfire Romance like every single month. I don't want to be playing the songs from my upcoming EP every single month. So I'm gonna start moving towards kind of doing themed sets, kind of based around what my month has been, I suppose. And I guess the theme of this month, I've been looking through my like every month I'm constantly writing like ideas down and like poems and random songs, and I feel like the poem that sums up kind of how I felt the most this month, it's called Cautiously Insane, and it goes, just kidding, I'm sorry, when I initially shot that video I did read through the whole poem, but I'm actually going to just skip now to a section where I explain what the poem was about and kind of hit more on thematic stuff, because I want to read the poem during my set. So yeah, now on to that. I feel like this poem kind of sums up the main thing I've been trying to verbalize this month, which is just this idea of like, well, here I am, there's kind of a lot of chaos going on around me, and it's like you have a thought and you're trying to gauge, like, is this a thought worth sharing? Is this something that should be kept to myself? Is this... Okay, here's the nutshell of it. I have things that I wanted to do. I have things that I want to say. I am a flawed human being, and I feel for a long time I have held myself captive to the knowledge of the fact that I'm flawed as a reason to not speak, or like not put my art into the world or put my music into the world. And it's just this idea of being cautiously insane, this idea of like having a bunch of things ideas that you want to manifest into reality, and then this other feeling that kind of checks that emotion and is like, okay, so you may want to do this, but why do you want to do it? Like, what is the motivation? It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, just depending on like where your heart is at and how you pursue it. And I've just been paralyzed by that interaction for a long time, and I don't want to be anymore. I don't want to be paralyzed by that anymore. So the songs that I'm about to play for you today are all songs that kind of relate to that in my mind in some way, shape, or form. Some songs that I've written, some songs that other people have written. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my set.
Kid, get a hold of yourself. Why aren't you making decisions? Why aren't you running as fast as you can? Tell me, boy, why aren't you living? Are you building homes with a furnace of credit? You worshiping numbers, a man's mind invented. Come on, kid, you know what I'm saying. There's rules to this game, and you constantly straying. But a game is a game. I don't know which pretend I should play. Which world is love and which is manipulation? Which is a rose and an animal nose? And which is the fall of a nation? Which is a status? Which is a dream? Which is invisible? Which can you see? I get the appeal, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not quite sure which pretend I should be playing. 'Cause money is imaginary, so are all my friends, with a set amount of time to spend. So tell me which pretend, which will make me happy, which will leave me fool, which will make me miserable, which makes me a fool. Kid, get a hold of yourself. Why aren't you making decisions? Why aren't you running as fast as you can? Yeah. So, welcome back to the live portion. I've trapped myself in.
Just jump over.
Alright, anyways, so for those of you in the room, they just watched a video where I was basically like, I have been struggling with this idea of like, when you, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this as well, of like having ideas that you want to put out there, like having thoughts artistically that you're trying to voice, and then coming up against this idea of like, well, I'm flawed, I know better than anybody else, like the ways in which no one should trust me because like I'm a pickup truck carrying another pickup truck, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what right do I have? And it's interesting because I feel like the way that like your two sets played out is honestly like beneficial sides, like beneficially two sides of that coin. It's like I really appreciate the way that you like have what like have your message down and you're confident in your message and like you put that out, and I appreciate that like you are confident in the message of like I my guess is the next guys, you know what I'm saying? It's like it was interesting because I was sitting here like literally watching that, like this is exactly like that duality that was in my mind and what I was trying to express with this set. So the songs that I'm about to play are songs that probably aren't going to be released for a while. Like I have music that is going to be released soon, but these ones are just kind of towards that idea just because I felt like that was the thing I had to say tonight. I'm going to play two songs to start, and they're both songs kind of expressing the similar idea from like a light perspective and a dark perspective. So I'm going to do the light perspective first. Should probably make sure my mic is actually pointed at me though. I'm a kid in the corner,
over. The kid in the quiet, the kid in the corner, waiting for the room to be sober. The calm in the riot, waiting for another start. Please don't let the world fall apart. I'm waiting with the tongue for a heart. Patiently, I'm a kid in the corner, made to be a mirror. Let them look when they wanna, I'll show them their face before it gets made. See them raw, but love them with their face paint on. Alpha to ash, fire to glass. How did it ever come to this? How'd we ever take it this far? When did we become what we are? Patiently, love me patiently. A mirror, a crack, and I'm human. Show me how to use my mind. A mirror, a crack, and a light. Show me how to use my life. Here is your face and you're human. Show me how you use your life. Here is your face, you're alive. Show me we can still survive. How did it ever come to this? How'd we ever take it this far? I'm waiting with the tongue for a heart. Patiently, yeah. So that one was basically just the idea of like, I'm not really the type of person who like goes into situations trying overtly to make my presence known. Like I prefer to sit and observe. And like that one to me is like there's something about it that's disingenuous because it's too idealized. It's too like it's weird. Like to an extent, like it's just like it's too idealized in the like light category. So I'm gonna preface this next one by saying like this is going to stretch a few people, and I understand that. Like this is an intimate look at like what that is on the other side, like the dark side of that coin. And again, this is just an idea that I've been trying to get out for a while. So understand that a song contained in a moment is not necessarily someone continuing on. I just want to show the other side of that, the other side of someone who sits in the corner thinking they have good ideas. Like this is the dark that's within that. I don't like you, at least from what I see, through the haze of marijuana smoke and all our parents' ghosts. Did you notice? Not that I care about the fair skin or the fabric that's cut shorter than your hair. And there it is. I took another sip. Polyester shift a bit and I can see your ribs. I don't like you. Would you talk to me? Better grow some curiosity, 'cause I'd never leave my seat. I bet you're boring, just like everybody here. Running from complexity, that's why you're steering clear. But I'm afraid, 'cause I've studied you exclusively, abusing all the access that I have to see. But I don't like you, I don't know you, and I don't want to. My eyes are dark, my arms are crossed. Am I trying way too hard? And I don't like these parties, so depressing. But shouldn't you know that already? I don't know you, you probably don't care to. Otherwise, just sit a while and let me spew all over you. Was I a second in your eyes, a minute in your mind? Caught me staring, you just mirror my disgusted eyes. Oh, he's a fraud, and everyone here knows it. But more than likely, no one really cares. They don't like you, they don't know you, they don't want to. Your arms are crossed, your eyes are dark. Am I trying way too hard? I swear that I have something that she needs. And shouldn't she know me already? I'm getting bitter, watching from my seat. She's dashing around this thirsty scene with fish hooks in her cheek. And I don't like these parties, so depressing. But shouldn't you know that already? You don't like me, so why am I offended? Why's my mind upended? Why's my mind a wreck? You don't like me, and how's it unexpected? It's the image I erected with every haughty glance, and you don't care. No, I might as well be dead, but you didn't come to break into some stupid stranger's head. And can I help you? There's no chance to. If I don't like you, then I'm just as much a fool. If I don't like you, I don't know you, and I don't want to. Yeah, that's it. I know that's a very long, drawn out, and I swear the rest of this isn't gonna be like down in that weird place, but like I wanted to play that just because like that's what that whole kind of video was about, is that idea of like those are the two things that artistically and just as a person in general, I feel like can paralyze you into just being immobile, into just like being stationary and not really doing anything. Because it's like, okay, I can look at that song I just played and know obviously like that's a crappy person. Like the song singing that song is a crappy like the person singing that song is a crappy person. Like I can look at the other one and know like that's an idealized person. It's like on either side of that coin there's a complex there that like is an issue. So that's what this song came from. I guess I got myself a complex. I guess I'm standing in my way, and it's everyone else's fault but mine. I guess I got myself a lie. I kinda give myself excuses until it's easy not to change. And I'm making the same mistakes because I'm too afraid to take my portion of the blame. Too much about opinions, a dirty look, a careless phrase. I am easily angered, eagerly violent, terrified of my name. So I'm making the same mistakes. I guess I need some sort of calling. I guess I need some real rest. I guess I got myself a complex, and I'm not living at my best. There's always gonna be some kind of complex. I'll always find a way to change. And there's a treasure for me waiting on the other side of every growing pain. So let me do a quick litmus test here, you guys. In the room, in the room right now. You all cool? You all with me? There's like a kind of a weird train of thought there, but like I just want to make sure we're good. So
That was amazing, bro. I like that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So for me, it's like once you admit that like there's an issue somewhere, that gives way to like
admitting it, but in a light that's like positive at that point. So that's kind of what this song is. I made up that whole little riff just so I could burp. I feel so little when I'm singing. I feel so little then I'm scared. I know no matter where my voice goes, there's lots of people who won't care. This is my soul. Care. Am I alone? I know I'm little, but I'm breathing. I know I'm small, but I'm alive. And I feel amazing when I'm singing, without a reason to know why. I'll never know. So that I'm not in control. I'm not in control. I'm not in control. Why? We'll never know. So hide that I'm not in control. I'm just letting go, 'cause I don't need control. Missing the water again from the shoreline. How am I aimless again? How am I trapped inside my mind? But here tonight, I'm telling myself it's gonna be alright. And alright. And here tonight, I'm telling myself it's gonna be alright. Now, I watch as the world passes by from the sidelines. I'm begging to lose all my pride. I found my soul and lost my mind.
here tonight. It feels like anything that could go wrong. My and here tonight, I'm telling myself it's gonna be alright. Alright. Alright now. Yeah. So I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate those of you who have tuned in and stuck around through the whole set. This is a very self-indulgent set, and I understand that. But it really is something that I feel like I needed to like get out. So I appreciate you all being a part of that. And I have a poem that I wrote as well that I mentioned in the video here, and I would like to read that real quick, and then we can kind of just chat for a little bit, and that'll end up the evening. So this is something I wrote this month as I was kind of like working through these thoughts. And I guess this is my mic. I keep wanting to get this out of the way. But the title of the poem is called Cautiously Insane. And it goes, did something build reality? Is white or black the enemy? Is art a product or a release? There's multiple shades of gray, I think. Is there a path beneath my feet? Is industry the enemy? Is love a product or a release? There's multiple shades of gray, I think. Is this just normal, or are things bleak? Is social change the way to peace? Is something hidden in my dreams? There's multiple shades of gray, I think. Am I afraid, or am I just cautiously insane to hold my tongue when balance is at stake? Am I a con? I know what I've done wrong, so I hold my tongue, but balance is at stake. So what should I say? Should I try to capture gray? What will I be? Guess I'll just say some shit and see. So that's my poem. And that's kind of the thought process behind this entire set. So, yeah. At this point, like, no more music or anything. If you guys want to just, like... I'm curious as to if you have any thoughts on any of that. Like, I feel like a lot of thoughts were voiced from all three directions. Like, do any of you guys have any, like, thoughts on the night as a whole? Like, on... Yeah, let's all actually, like...
I feel like it's the artist couch.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's like Ellen's couch right here, man.
What do y'all think? Just any thoughts in general on the night?
I thought it was dope that we had like 3 different artists, multiple like kind of different feels from each artist, and definitely like different messages. But like, I think in each set you got like a sense of vulnerability, and like 3 dudes trying to like make their way through this shit. So I thought that was dope.
Exactly.
Really agreed on that.
Yeah. I actually don't think I could have put that any better myself. It's like it is a really weird thing to like be vulnerable about like how you're trying to figure out like life in general. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and music is like one of those things of like you can literally get up and like just like that spills out, and it's like a natural thing. So I honestly don't feel like I could say that any better myself. But what do you all think? Like being in here?
You get a mic too. You get a mic. You get a mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, I'm curious like how you guys embrace that from one another because I was feeling the same thing. Like I saw the vulnerability in all of you like differently. But the thing is, I mean, you guys have such maybe different even like opinions or viewpoints on things maybe, but you still come around and like you play together. Like you guys backed him up to support him, and then you guys are there for him, even though you might all think something differently. So I can't imagine like as an artist where there's probably a line like how do you're able to portray what you feel, but you also have to be there supporting someone else who might not exactly like you might not vibe with them, you know, exactly the same and agree with what they believe. Like, I don't know, I'm curious, like how that works.
So when you guys
That might be very.
Well, yeah, I emerge vulnerable in our own set, but then like being able to back someone else up, kind of support them in any way is like a way to like, I don't know, like relax for me. Like, because music is like a common language. We all have these vulnerabilities, but when each of us is performing, at least for me, I think, and probably for all three of us, like we're comfortable, like we're expressing ourselves. Um, so yeah, like when I'm playing for, like when I'm drumming for someone else, I think it's just awesome. Just sit back and let someone else be the one who's at the center stage. And I can kind of relax. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say the the day that we actually met up and like we're chilling, I just couldn't stop saying like we went over to like FRH. I almost said your name.
Yeah, it's all good.
We went over to FRH's house and like I just couldn't stop saying it's like good people are good people. It's like good people are good people, and like when we were practicing that set, it was just like I just didn't really feel the need to be other than I was, and I didn't really feel like either of you were projecting anything other than what you were. So that was enough to like connect there for me. So
And I think like the dope thing about music is like, irregardless of like differences like on a subject or philosophically, like at the end of the day, like music is just this wonderful platform, this beautiful thing that like regardless of like the lyrics, like there's something that like as artists you're willing to listen to, and there's a certain structure, and you can find the beauty in everything that each person is doing. And like I think when we like came were together, like I feel like we're all on the same page trying to like build off what the other person is doing, like, and it's like a collective. So like in terms of different views, I feel like different views are kind of like irrelevant in that certain circumstance. And I think that's why music is beautiful too, is because like in a climate where people have megaphones for their views, I think um, music allows people to kind of get away from that from a certain aspect. Or if you want to hit them in the head, like I do on some of my music lyrically, like there's still something to be appreciated with the rhythm, the song structure, the melody in general. So I think that's the thing about artists in general.
I think a lot of artists in Pittsburgh all doing kind of their own thing. It's actually like super cool to help other people kind of collaborate.
for sure.
Performance or track writing, many others. But yeah, I think that's something really special.
And I really got to thank these guys because you got to think about like in the hip hop world, like I'm used to like formatted beats, like in the studio I use like auto tune often, so like just being able to get a whole different feel and like being able to them taking the time to listen to my songs and trying to bring those into a way that they can create the same feel, like that's a dope experience, and that's something that like I'm really appreciative as an artist.
Yeah, sure. I guess I just wanted to say as well, like for the songwriting element of it, like I think another really cool thing about like music creation and like different perspectives is like you could be the best songwriter in the world and like you still aren't gonna write. I'm not gonna ever write the song that was inspired by Palestine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ever write the song that was inspired by growing up in Pittsburgh. because I didn't do either of those things. It doesn't matter how good, like, it doesn't matter how good as an individual any person is at songwriting. Like, that perspective is still unique, and if it can be voiced in a genuine, honest way, then that's valuable no matter what. Like, even if it isn't something that makes you comfortable or makes you like sometimes it's good to be made uncomfortable by some of those things, because it's like that's real life. Like that was a real rolling up to the gate. Like, that imagery is stuck in my mind from your song about like rolling up to the gate and the guards standing there like, I was told not to like you, but I don't know who you are. It's like, I've never had that experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's just another thing to kind of tack on to all of that as well. So, yeah.
I think another dope thing about music in general right now, like genres are disappearing. Like, there's hip hop, and I have certain songs where I'm not necessarily like rapping at all. Like, so it's just amazing how like everything is kind of moving, like converging, and then we're taking the best out of those things and bringing it to new audiences. So there's people who like aren't familiar with like alternative rock or um, Radiohead type music, but like they hear like Little Uzi Vert, and that's kind of like a representation of that to a different fan base. So I think that's a dope thing where like you can take different pieces from different genres and bring it to your audience.
I felt like my favorite song of this entire night, was probably "Make Me Feel Good." We should honestly close out with that song. We should sing that song one more time,
I'm down.
even if it's just the chorus.
Yeah.
We should. You guys should all sing it too, because that's like a real easy chorus to pick up. So, do you guys have any other like questions or anything? Do you have any chat questions or?
We might have to go back and check it out, but I do think I agree with you. That song I feel like is the epitome of exactly what you said, where it's like a blend of like everything that people can kind of relate to.
Yeah.
And it's just super catchy.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get that chorus going and everyone in here.
I'm definitely shooting a video to that for sure now. I saw it was like 60 something comments.
You guys gotta answer all of it.
Yeah.
FRH for president.
Thank you, whoever is voting for me for president. That would be good for the country, I don't think. Mike.
Oh yeah.
Should we just hop right into the?
This is for the lovers out there.
Should we just hop into the chorus?
You make me feel good on a bad day. No more leading butts in the ashtray. How to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Make me feel good on a bad day. No more leading butts in the ashtray. How to hold me, no more halfway. You the only trust in my back cave.
All right. So seriously, we aren't gonna turn the camera off until every single one of you are singing this hook as well. So on the count of 4, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3.
You make me feel good on a bad day. No more leading butts in the ashtray. How to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave. Make me feel good on a bad day. No more ifs, leaving butts in the ashtray. How to hold me, no more halfway. You the only one I trust in my back cave.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for coming. Thanks for
y'all.
chilling with us. So thanks to you guys. Yeah.